Stay tuned till the end of the video. We have a little surprise for you guys. Welcome back, guys. This is your host JTB with Richa. So Richa, I've been going through internet again,
Oh shit, here we go again.
and actually there are so many lot of convention conferences and meetups for specifically for hackers, and some of them sometimes some people call it parties or something like that. And I've seen I've spot some names like defcon, RSA, BlackHAT, or many more are there. So what do you think exactly what is that in the hackers community?
So, are you asking me about the convention or the idea or concept behind it?
Actually, I'm asking the idea, the concept behind it.
So, the con events are similar to any kind of conventions happening worldwide. So basically, conventions are, they have the motive of, keeping all the people together and bringing all the people together
Yeah.
in one single platform.
Yeah.
So, as you heard the name DEF CON is the largest con event which is happening worldwide, and it happens every year.
Okay.
So in India also various conventions are organized. Some famous ones being NullCon, B-Sides, etc.
Okay. So I've heard these convention events, or can I say it con events?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So these con events are like very entertaining. Like people really enjoy it. So what do you think? What occurs in that events?
So the first and foremost thing which occurs in these events are the talks. So the term talks here refers to the presentations which is made by specific people on specific topics,
Okay.
to bring the community together. And these talks, have certain discussions and are about certain topics. And also there are some villages which maintain this energy and vibe of the event. Also, you must have heard many interesting stories about these con events. One of them being that generally people and users, they do not register themselves with their real names, and that's true.
No,
So
really.
you might not know that what are the people you're surrounded by. They can be very cool lads. Maybe someone can be some special agents, or can be hackers. And another interesting story is about the wall of sheep. Wall of sheep is basically a demonstration and an illustration of what happens when you let your guard down. So they seek users who are logging into websites and emails without their security. And when they get to know the one who's hosting that event, when they get to know about the users and their passwords, they put that on the wall of sheep. And after putting that, they give the reminder or warning to those people that this might happen with them, and any malicious person can use their personal information. So guys, watch out. You must take care of your own passwords and usernames when you go to such con events. You must not at all, give them and openly share them with other people. There are people looking for your passwords everywhere.
Oh, that's actually great. No, that sounds very interesting.
It is.
So, would you think came up with this innovative idea about about this convention events for hackers, and how it is implemented by him or her?
So it's a very interesting story, I must say. The person named Jeff Moss came up with this idea of organizing a con event on
Okay.
such a huge level, international level. So what happened was Jeff Moss was situated in US, and he was running dark tangent networks.
Okay.
And he was an international folk, very famous among people. So one of the network owners was in Canada, situated in Canada, and he wanted to shut down his network, and the network's name is Platinum Net.
Okay.
So he thought that he might give a very good, goodbye party. So therefore he contacted Jeff, because Jeff had a lot of connections in the international market. So Jeff gave the idea that the party should be organized in Las Vegas, because at that time airfare was very, cheap. So people and he called all the connections and people to Las Vegas for that party. And at that party, just before the party, he got to know that the owner of Platinum Net, he just left. He shut down all his company and network, and he just left.
Oh.
So Jeff had no option. So
Yeah.
he still called all the connections, and so that time he organized a big party, and all the connections were there at that time, and different networks were available. So at that time he came up with the idea, of organizing such an event, such a con event on an international level, and now it's the biggest event which is happening internationally every year.
So it's actually the DEF CON.
Yeah.
Okay, so wow, it's actually very interesting story.
Yes.
It's like a person who it was not his motive to build something like this,
Yeah.
and now we are getting a defcon because of him. Yeah, every year, yeah, it's actually very interesting.
DEFCON is basically a convention, but in many places it's called parties because it was originally started as a party.
Oh, that's why. That's why actually on different portals I'm like searching on different portals. Some are saying parties and some are saying other stuff. Like it was actually confusing. That's why. Oh, thanks for clearing that thing. Yeah. So on to the next question. Can you describe the villages that are held in the convention events like more comprehensively?
So villages are some specific places, for some discussing some specific topics. Unlike talks are generally theoretical, but villages have that practical presence within the convention event. So villages can have biohacking or social engineering, some sort of things like that.
Yeah.
And it can have labs and other activities as well.
Okay.
Active activities like practical sessions.
Okay, that's what makes
yeah.
it so much interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What if one wants to give a session, a talk, or to hold a village? So, is there any procedure or set of protocols that one has to follow, or something like that?
So yeah, so firstly, talks and villages are different.
Okay.
So first let us talk about talks. Talks
Okay.
are basically a type of session. So if one wants to give a session in an event like that, you need to first give us CFP, which means call for paper,
Okay.
in which you give your names to the person who hosts that event. After you give your names, you need to give a presentation regarding your topic and what do you want to present over there. And when you give the presentations, there are various countries participating in that con event. So, people are shortlisted and the best one gets selected.
Okay.
And in organizing a village or you want to give a village in that event, you need to be the super famous person in that community. And that's an exception, I must say. Because have you seen most of the villages are conducted by super famous people?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Wi-Fi Cactus or Hack 5, they're all very famous.
Yeah.
And if you want to give a village over there, you have to have a chit chat with them. Maintain contact and interaction with them so that you can give a village over there. And you have to prove yourself to be important. That whatever I'm saying is very important over there. That's why I should conduct a village.
Okay. So, what if I want to attend the con event? How could I do that?
So con events. So basically, for attending such con events, you have to buy the ticket.
Yeah.
There's no such way of online ticket servicing. The tickets are always offline. You have to go to the counter first and then buy the ticket separately.
Okay.
There must be some sponsors, but you can contact those sponsors if you want to buy some tickets, and they can buy the ticket for you, and you can go there.
Thanks, Richard, for answering all my questions. Now it's time to disclose a surprise.
So guys, we are sponsoring one ticket for DEFCON, so those who are interested may apply. The link is given in the description below. Come on, go ahead guys, DEFCON is not too far.
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, do like it. If you want to comment, do comment. If you have something to share, come here. Our website track us and sell our data to the advertising companies. And we also discussed about some preventive measures. But today, Wix Dix will tell us about some